back towards a nice lighthouse. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 4 from Hermitcraft. It's good to see you. I started off today by getting a horse.
You want this? You want it now?
Yeah, please make a baby, Ethos and beat-ups.
What are you guys gonna do?
Go in the
Clarify that it's the horses.
Go
please,
in the cow
for the
pen
tumbler.
and make a.
What color are we gonna get? Oh, it's
black.
beauty!
Oh, you got the
Can't see it,
brown.
the horse head's in the way.
A blondie.
Look at him go.
Oh, he's
Look at
fast.
him. What?
It's so pretty. What a nice horse. It's got like boots.
That's a good one.
That is a nice horse.
Beatos,
It's
what
got
is
little
yours?
socks
Yours
on
is,
it and everything.
Yours is black with socks, and Ethos is same as this one.
Yeah, black with
Yeah,
soft.
same one.
Ethos.
the
one.
socks
You got the
family.
you got the head white spot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ethos!
Oh, excuse me.
You're such
Need a
a
little
thief.
bit of
Everything
endstone
that I
as well,
get and
maybe.
put in this base, Etho comes by. Every evening he gets on. He comes by for a visit and he takes something out of my base. Every single day.
The benefits of playing on a server.
Yeah.
Either there's more here. Do you want more endstone? It's in this chest.
Oh.
And now it's time to stop horsing around because I got a lot of work to do around here. I've finally gotten aqua affinity on my helmet, which means terraforming this river to make it into a bit more of a bay, I suppose, should be a lot easier. Like, way easier. Yep, that's right. It's time to move some water, everybody. After a long, hard day working on the terrain, I went over to Grand's for a little bit more funny fishing.
Right, are you ready, Gem?
I'm ready! Beam me up!
3, 2, 1, go!
Whoa! Oh my gosh, this is crazy! Whoa!
Oh.
You got some good height.
That was awesome! The ground disappears!
Hey, he did it!
I did it.
Well done. What if there was two? Yeah, try it with someone else in the boat as well, Scar and Gem.
Ready, Scar? Get in the boat.
It's gonna. All right.
Try
it's really
it.
gonna be terrible. Here we go.
Let's go, Scar! We're going to
Two.
space!
1.
So
Go.
excited.
Yeah.
Okay, we went about
Yeah.
about 2 pixels. 2 pixels.
I don't
that was
even
even
think we
worse
got
than
that.
before.
I think we didn't leave the ground at all. All right,
We
who's
verified
next?
that you need the pig.
Pig important. Wait, but
Pig
two
important.
pigs. 2 pigs can go in one boat.
Wait, that is true.
I know it's
Now
true.
that is
Whoa.
true.
2 bigs.
Wait, where do we get another pig from? Is there any pig nearby?
The wilderness.
I'm sure there's pigs about. We just need another carrot on a stick as well.
I can take care of
I
that.
got carrots.
Oh
We didn't
my
name-
gosh, if this works.
We didn't name this pig. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1, go! I don't feel so good.
Wait, this is so
Amazing.
high. This is
Wait, how high are
800 and 800.
800?
Oh my gosh!
What?
We almost hit 900.
What?
We almost hit 900.
Does having more people in it do
It's
something?
better with 2 people.
Wait.
That was so high.
We hit nearly 900 blocks.
Dude.
That
Whoa.
was amazing.
Yes!
I died so much. That was amazing.
All right. Focus. That's enough funny business. Let's talk about this terrain that I did because I really like it so far. It's just a tiny little snippet over here. I added a little bit of a beach, but I'm already incredibly inspired by the structures and organics that could go on top of this. Of course, I've added a couple of rocks all along here, and I've also been continuing to work on digging out this area over here that's going to connect to Skiz and Tango. I'm going a little slower on this side because I want to match up with what Skiz is doing, but I don't want to rush him. In the meantime, if we're going to be doing a bunch of builds on top of this, we're going to need a bunch of farms to supply those builds. And now, I am not much of a Minecraft farm genius, but I have picked out this little area in the hillside here where I was hoping we could maybe hide some little farms. We could put structures around this hill eventually, obviously, but for now I need function above beauty, so we're gonna hide the function inside the terrain. At the moment, there's 3 farms I can think of that we need. We need a simple wheat farm, we need a bamboo farm, and we need a mud farm. The first one I'd like to start with is a bamboo farm. I came by to steal some drip leaf. You didn't have any. I'm very disappointed. Ethos. Anyway, simple bamboo farm. I'm really just gonna set it up the exact same way that I set up like a sugarcane farm. Literally just observers and pistons. Hopefully this should be pretty straightforward. I feel like something just as simple as this will probably work. Proof of concept. Yeah. Brilliant. Proof of concept. And they get picked up. Tiny, easy, very passive, and a little bit ugly at the moment. Aesthetics aside, now we'll make room for a tiny little Ilmango mud farm. Here's the thing, after finishing the bamboo farm without using a tutorial, I was feeling really confident, okay? Really feel like GeminiTay might actually be able to do some redstone. And, well, yeah, this mud farm kind of humbled me because although it is tiny, it is a little bit difficult to get everything facing the correct way and functioning, and I still don't really understand fully how it works, but I got Impulse to check it over and all was okay. All I needed was 14 stacks of glass bottles. Yeah, that's all. So I hopped in a boat with Skiz, who was more than willing to go grind sand with me, and got to chat with him for a while, which was absolutely lovely. I've made a disgusting amount of glass bottles.
Yeah.
This is the biggest waste of glass ever.
What do you? I still don't know what you're doing with them.
Mud farm. Mud farm that needs like 14 stacks of glass bottles.
I'm going through your stuff. I'm taking a sniffer egg.
No. I'll murder you.
You're not gonna murder me.
It'd be so easy. You're walking around naked.
I know. I got no armor on.
I'm pretty sure I could like one-tap you with this bow.
Don't.
Why not, Skiz? What's wrong?
I don't have a bow. Woo!
That was close.
You can't see me.
Oh, Skiz. Yes, now's a good time to start the head collection. Finally, all the bottles are stocked. Yep, that was a lot of stacks, but the farm, if I do say so myself, works flawlessly. Thank you for the farm design, Ilmango. Very, very good. Very convenient. And the bamboo farm while I've been here has also been pumping out lots of bamboo. So overall, this room is a massive success so far. A very ugly success, but still a massive success. Now, of course, the other half of making mud is the packed mud. And for that, we need wheat, which I have been growing over here in a very ugly, unorganized format. But, you know, I've got wheat. I'm thinking I'll probably just move the wheat over here to this hillside because it's a little bit more out of the way for my building that I want to do over there. And it's close to the mud and bamboo farm, which is nice. Besides for the wheat, the other thing that I really want to plant a bunch of is beetroot. Not because I enjoy eating the beetroot, but because it makes red dye. I suppose I could also just bone meal some roses, but you know, this seems fine. Beetroot is at least really pretty, so it'll be nice to just have a little patch of it right here next to the wheat farm. Doesn't need to be a huge field. I realized setting up these early game farms is something that I really missed last season. I had a gorgeous base that I worked really hard on, but I didn't have any of these early game farms in it because of the way that we started the season. As unimportant as a little wheat field may seem, I think that it actually adds a lot of life to the base having your little early game farms stick around for your eventual mega build. So that's why I'm putting a little bit of effort into exactly where I'm going to be placing all these crops. It's not much, but I think this makes things a lot more cohesive. Hey look, there Start digging. Of course, I can't resist the sight of my neighbors terraforming, so I decided to join them for a little while and do a little bit of digging while they had the beacon up. Me and Skiz have a lot of terraforming to do between our two bases, but I want Skiz to get settled before I start like massively terraforming the area, so I'm just kind of joining him at the moment whenever he gets started. And so far, I actually think this area is going to turn out amazing. I can't wait to work with him on it. So I edit these videos at the same time that I'm recording them. I just finished editing a huge chunk and I got a brilliant idea. Basically, I just rendered out the part where I started terraforming this, and then last night when I was on, Skiz and Impulse were terraforming Skiz's area, so I started terraforming this little lump here a bit more, and I have an idea. One of the biggest struggles that we have in this area right now is the combination of boaters in the river versus horses on the land, and the fact that nobody has really put in the effort to make a half-decent bridge yet. You got a bridge like that, which works really well for the horses and not at all for the boats, or you have a bridge like this, lily pads, which works great for the boats because you can get between them, but not really that great for the horses. Then I saw myself terraforming from above in the replay mod in this area, and I realized the lump that used to be here that I got rid of could perhaps be a big rock in the center. And we could connect these two sides together for horses, and then also allow boats to flow through here and through a tunnel towards Ethos and Pearl and Tango and Cup. This could potentially be the transport solution that we were looking for. Basically, at the moment, I'm just making a big stupid rock, and we'll make it pretty after. So here's the bridge part. We're gonna go on a diagonal here. Yeah, that'll work. And then from here, we could potentially just go straight across, and it meets pretty much perfectly with the terrain here. And you can easily pass under it. Oh my goodness, I should edit my replay files more often. Sometimes I think of things. I see this happen for you guys as viewers all the time. Sometimes you're like screaming at us in the comments for something that we didn't see in the moment. But it's kind of difficult to see the layout of the terrain in the moment when you're watching it back in video form, or in editing for me, in video for you. It's just easier to see what the heck's going on. You can probably make these bridges a bit fancier later. For now, I'm just gonna add some pillars here to kind of mark where they are. Any new infrastructure like this needs to really pull attention so that people can discover that it's here and begin using it. Just to make it even more obvious, I'm gonna use some path blocks here to mark out a rough path towards Tango and Pearls. And around Skiz's giant, I think he's starting a perimeter. Pearl!
Hello? What's happening?
I made a path.
Gem's the path lady this season?
We're gonna have to get Tango's approval because it's straight through his land. But I wanted to solve the problem of constant boats versus horses on this server. So
Is that a problem?
path. Yes, because the bridges stop the horses, stop the boats, and then the boats stop the horses, and they're just not getting along, you know. So I'm trying to make.
Just gonna have the bridges go over the water, so the boats
Well,
can go underneath,
That is the problem is Skiz here is building on sea level, so his bridge is in the water.
Ah, okay.
So I've made my own bridge with
She's dug so much.
this path. This path right here, and then I've made a little bridge in the terrain over here.
Ooh.
So you gotta spread the word that if people want to take their horses, this is the tall bridge, and this is gonna be water underneath it, and then there's gonna be water connecting to you guys, hopefully, eventually.
Okay. Well, I can't see a reason why the path in front of Tango's would be a negative. I don't think he's building anything further down that way, and I'm gonna build a bridge connecting to his, so we can probably just connect it all together collaboratively.
Yeah, we
That'll be fun.
can do the little cute path design between us. That'll be good.
Absolutely.
Now that we've worked on a brand new bridge in our area, I want to go ahead and hop on my new horse here, who, by the way, I have named Skipper. And I want to just give you all a tiny little tour of the server. Not a big one, but just to kind of give some context about the area that I live around. So this is my area, obviously, between Grian and Skiz here. And we've got Tango's base right here, who we see all the time, of course. Test out the bridge. Yep, that's a solid bridge if I've ever seen one. And then as this path continues along here, we've got Pearl and Tango, and then Ethos with one of my absolute favorite builds of the season. Ethos' little house is just over here. It's gorgeous. You should definitely watch his videos if you haven't already. And then that is Cub right over there. This is Pearl's house, also absolutely adorable. Of course, we've got the border of Impulse's cyberpunk city right here. And if we continue along this path, we're gonna be heading back towards Spawn and the Spawn town. That beautiful little house over there that we just kind of passed beyond. Hold on, let me get up here. That is Jevin, who I think is doing an enchanted forest, which I'm very excited to see. That's gorgeous. That build right there is Exuma. This build, that build is Iskel. I don't know what Iskel's doing, but you'll just have to check out his videos and go see. And then this beautiful area right here, this is the Spawn town. A much more southern town with Beef's beautiful house right here. This is gorgeous. I love the style. And we've also got Corrales on a yacht over there. We've got Wells Knight and Hypno over in that direction. We've got False and Cleo and Stress over here. I'm not going to be able to touch on everyone and do a full tour today, but yeah, there's a lot of amazing things going on the server, and I just wanted to give you kind of a little update of how things are going. I can't even imagine how this path is going to look when we're traveling on it in even just 6 months' time. We're probably gonna transform this world. It might be crazy. I'm excited. I love giving tiny little tours like this because I remember when I was a viewer of Hermitcraft and was also in college, I really only had time for like 1 or 2 perspectives. I remember one season I watched Mumbo and False. Another season I watched Wells Knight and Exuma. So I feel like it's nice to just give you guys a little extra context if you aren't able to watch as many perspectives. Hopefully you can tell what's going on in the world now. I feel like I should really put a horse pen over here. Maybe up here by the farms, actually. There you go. Thank you, Skipper. Other people can leave their horses there now, too. Now, back to focusing on my own base. I've been doing a lot this episode, but it's kind of been all over the place. I also worked a little bit more on this wharf on stream. Just wanted to make it a little bit more official. And we were playing around with the hanging signs, which I love. I very quickly realized while I was detailing this that the boat behind me is not making for a very good storage room anymore. Don't get me wrong, absolutely love the boat, but 6 chests and 3 barrels and 1 extra chest for overflow and 1 extra barrel for overflow, it's just not really cutting it anymore. Everything is kind of filling up, it's getting unorganized, and if I want to be doing much more interesting builds around here, I'm gonna need a lot more blocks and probably a lot more storage. So I think it's time we take a little break from all of the terraforming that I've been doing to figure out where I should put a storage room. I want my storage room to be a place where I really work out of quite a lot. And so I want it to be connected to the water. Since we have a conduit, I feel like there's no reason my storage room can't be down here, or at least the entrance to it. Oh, I should probably tell you, I trapped a drowned. It has a trident. It's very cool. I named it Wendy. We'll do something with Wendy eventually, but for now, storage. I think one of the most interesting things that I could possibly do for a storage room is have it here in the river with a glass wall looking out to the bottom of the boats, the salmon, the squid. I mean, there's so much life here. I feel like it would be really cool to have a window into the river from my storage room. So I've been flattening out this bit of terrain a little bit here. I don't want it to flow into the beach. I want the beach to be a slow slope. But over here, I think I would like to bring this down and maybe have the wall be about 7 high. So we'll just terraform a bunch of this away and make room and hopefully make a super epic storage room kind of underneath this wharf. Like maybe we could start right here. All we'd have to do is break in here behind the glass, place a little torch. Oh yeah, actually, this is very cool. Right, okay, let's get to work. I would argue of all of the things I could build in the early game, this right here, this is probably the most important. This room is quite literally going to set me up for success for the rest of the season. It is where I'm going to be spending a lot of my time, especially off camera, crafting blocks and figuring out how to detail things. You know, you just do a lot of that in your storage room. So this is the area I've got so far. I've set up a little staircase over here to take us to the surface, but I think I also would love to maintain some sort of entrance through the glass here. At the moment, I'm just carving out a little bit of extra space here where we're actually going to put the chests. I'm going to do a U shape, so a few here, a few along this wall, and then a few over here. And the rest of this area will be open floor space for working and walking around and having furnaces and stuff going. Alright, now that we've got this beautiful room dug out, it's time to get the chests in and start the detailing process. We are gonna need so much wood for this. Oh boy. Yep, this may take a while. These chests that are on the longer wall, I'm just gonna break up with a couple of pillars, just to help with the look a little bit. Chests are in. That is looking pretty fancy, and I actually think this is enough. I was gonna take these all the way to the ceiling, and I could even dig out the ceiling more, but I think having that space to expand if we need it is great, and for now, I'll probably just keep it to this, because honestly, I think this is more storage than I had all last season. And that was a 2-year season, basically. So this will be good. Let's go ahead and decorate it. I think in order to actually decorate, we should get all of our functional bits in first. And a storage room is made up of a lot more than just chests. I also want a place for a stone cutter, a place for furnaces, maybe a place for a composter. I want it all centralized underground there. So let's go ahead and move this in there, and also this. And honestly, I might also make a new lava farm in there. I've been oxidizing some of my copper because I think it would look fantastic for some underwater bits and bobs. Anvil can definitely move. And besides for the usual furnaces, I would also love to go ahead and craft some of the like smoker and also blast furnace. There we go. This wall is absolutely perfect for the regular furnaces. And I think the composter can probably go right about here. This is just a little extra place to get rid of my seeds and stuff so they don't take up extra room. Once a bunch of the functional bits were in, it was time to work on the actual decorating. And I'll be honest, this did take me quite a bit of brain power. I'm still working on those interior design muscles, and I feel like this is probably the biggest storage room I've ever done on an SMP. I started with the flooring, adding a bunch of jungle wood, which I think warms up the room very nicely. Then I began on the ceiling and the walls, adding lots of details and pops of color along the way. At the moment, I think I really like that storage room. The next thing that it needs is a bunch of details to kind of transition it towards this water area, make it a little less of a jarring, just glass wall. More rocks like this, probably, and leaves and stuff. And oh, squid death. Nice. Okay. I've kind of realized as I've been detailing this that while this looks great, it's actually really difficult to detail a storage room that is completely empty. It would be a lot more convenient if I just went ahead and sorted all of my things from my boat into the storage room and then continued on with the detailing. You know, it feels like there's an important order of operations here, so I'm gonna do that. It's probably gonna take me like an hour. I don't like organizing stuff, but I'm gonna do it. You just get a tiny glimpse of me organizing this storage because this took forever and is extremely boring. You're welcome. It is genuinely baffling how 6 chests and a tiny boat can become all of this. But as you can see, things are a lot more organized around here now, which I'm very, very pleased with. I'm not completely done yet though. There's a couple of stragglers left in the boat, and up through here, I also have a couple of chests just around like those over there behind the camel, and also this one over here where I was building the lighthouse. Oh, and random copper blocks, thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh boy, oh boy. Hold on a second. Was that snail always there? Hello? Is it eating my lighthouse? This slimy snail is eating my lighthouse. Huh. Well, I am in organization mode and do not have time to deal with you now, snail. Stupid snails eating my lighthouse. Got one final farm to end off today. I almost forgot about sheep. There we go. Works like a charm. This is quite possibly my favorite storage room I have ever created. Rest in peace, Joe Hills. I definitely don't normally put this much effort into a room, but I am so glad I did. I feel like I have a lot of space to be able to work down here, set up my build palettes, get all of my details ready. Everything is organized. I've got a place to farm roots, I've got a place to compost, I've got a place to get lava. Genuinely, probably my favorite storage room ever. Particularly love the glass wall here, but I do still really want to just blend it in with the terrain a little bit better. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it. I just know that I definitely want to do something. I think just various rocks and things up against the glass will just make it look a lot more natural and kind of break up the flat wall here. It's not much, but I think this is already way better. Just need a little bit of greenery, that's all. Yeah, the rocks definitely help. What's doing, Pearl?
Hey, Jim. Jim, did you hear about the new mail service that's coming soon?
Yeah, I heard.
You heard? Well, I hear they're real efficient because they finally sent your bucket of tropical fish over.
Oh my goodness, finally!
There you go.
Pearl, thank you.
Mail's truly hired by the mail service. Consider that a beta test.
You're making so
Don't
many
touch
fish
that one.
puns. I don't know if you're even trying to,
Am I?
but it's great. You've made so many.
I was not trying to.
It's
but that
efficient.
worked.
It's a beta test.
Oh,
Gosh, you're the best.
Yeah, see? I know my slogans. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. I'm just gonna
Yeah, what do
barge
you
my
think?
way
What do you
in
think?
here. Don't mind me. Look at this.
Nice,
this is
right?
beautiful. Oh, and it's organized too. Oh my god.
Kind of, yeah, right? Kind of organized.
Oh, yeah, kinda.
Inspired by
Nice.
Pearlescent Moon, of course.
Oh, it looks wonderful. I love the like feeling you've gone for with the underground and the water view next to it.
Thank you, thank you. I think it's my favorite storage room I've ever done. I really like the water.
Oh. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's gorgeous.
I think we did an absolutely grand job today of preparing for the future builds. And I have a fantastic idea for the build that is going to go right here above the storage room. I cannot wait to get started on it, but I am glad that we spent today in preparation mode. We now have proper storage, better farms, and are just generally set up for success for the future episodes. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this chill kind of organization episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody!